Right guys, going to be reviewing today the Fish Mate P7000. Now, just unboxed it. So you've got the base unit, all the clock settings are here. There's 4 batteries got to go in, which I've got. You know, it looks a very neat package, I must say. It's quite easy to put together by the look of it. So you've got a little packet in there with the instructions in there, and I think it's the little spout that goes across. So what I'm going to do now, let me get that out and we'll take a look. So there's the bag, everything's in there. So like I said, that's the chute. That must be some sort of locking mechanism. Perhaps it goes round to let the food out. I don't know as yet, but I'll get the instructions out and we'll take a little look. Like I say, initial thoughts, looks fairly straightforward to put together. It's got a nice size container there to hold the food, so you know it's always nice when that hopper is a good size, so I like the hopper. This lid you just press and pull and it came off really easy, but it's also on really secure, so you know any damp, I'm going to be using this indoors, but if you were using it you know, on an outdoor pond, obviously you need to make sure that the food is dry in the hopper, but it looks as if it will be to me. So I'm going to open this bag, get the bits out, I'm going to have a quick look at the instructions, and then I'm going to pop the batteries in. Okay, mates, so instructions look pretty straightforward. So obviously there's the hopper. There's the base, there's that spring I was saying about, which is this one. Now it looks like that's just sitting in on the back, and then the chute is going to drop down, so I'm going to take a look at that, make sure that's the way it's going, and I don't think there's a lot to it really, and it'll be pretty much set up, so let's take a look. Right, so very simply that chute pushes in there, and then following the instructions it says that the spring just slots in there, so it just sits in, and I'm assuming it just pushes in like so, and it just, see that little lip, it just clips in there. So that slotted in, spring went in, it clipped in there, so the flat piece goes in the top, and that's all in nice and tidy. So obviously the spring is what moves the food. Now looking at this, as you can see there's a hole in there, so I've got to make sure that the hole is in there when I offer this unit into that, so probably gonna definitely need 2 hands to do that, so bear with me. So there's the battery tray, guys. So there's 4 of these. I think these are called C batteries. So there's 4 of them to go in. I'm gonna pop them in now. Just looking through the feeding operations. It looks pretty good. I'll run through it in a bit. Now I'll get the batteries in, I'll suss out how it's working, and I'll run through it with you. Right then, so batteries are in, it's up and running, so what we've got to do now is set the clock. I'll run you through it. It does look pretty straightforward, like most things really. So I think what we do is hold the time button keep that down until it should start flat. There you go. So the hour is flashing. It's only AM at the moment, so I want to get to PM because it's currently 8. Press time again, puts it over to the minutes. It's currently 8:25. Press time again. And I think that it says then it'll flash for about a minute just until it sets. So we leave that flash and set. Right guys, so I've got the lid on, I've set the timer. Bear with me a minute. Let me just turn this pump off a second. A little bit quieter. Right, so everything's ready to go. Spout's on. I showed you how to put that in. The coil, very, very easy. We've set the clock. Now, I've actually set the feeder. Now, you can set it to feed 4 times a day. It's going off now, look, as we speak. There's no food in it yet. There you go. So there's no food in it yet, so you can feed it to go 4 times a day. Or if you want to feed, you can actually hold the buttons and drop out extra food. So if you go out to your pond and you want to put more in, just hold the buttons and it'll dispense some food for you if you want to give a bit extra. Now, one feature this has got, which is why I went for it really, because 4 times a day isn't going to be enough for what I'm trying to do. If you look in the book, there's a frequent feed and small feeds at regular intervals, and that's the one that I'm going to be going for. So what you can actually do, you can pick a time. Now I've picked 6:30 in the morning and it ends at 10 in the night. Then you can actually set it. So what I've done, I've gone for 8 times. So within that 6:30 to 10 PM window, this is the machine will actually work out 8 feeds for me at an equal time. So what that means is it's going to do the calculation for me. It's going to give 8 feeds at the desired time. Now I've put it to feed on the lower setting, which is 1, which is basically like a teaspoonful. So with these fish a minute, the ones I got are quite small at the moment, but I can alter that then up as the fish grow. So I think it's going to be a real nice bit of kit. You can screw it down if you wish. I'm going to probably just put it on here. I mean, it's not outside, there's nothing going to knock it, like, I don't know, cats, birds, or my dog or anything, so it's not going to need putting down anywhere. Screwing in, could screw into these if I wanted, but I don't think I'll have a need. But yeah, but what I'm going to do with it now, I'm going to use it for a while and then I'll get back to you, okay? So I want to review it properly. I want to see how it's working, if it's working regularly, and how much it's dispensing, and how good it actually is. So I will be getting back to you. The next bit you see will be in about a week's time. So guys, been using that now for 4 weeks, and I gotta be honest, it hasn't missed a beat. It's been absolutely superb. The food in the hopper stays bone dry, it doesn't get damp or anything, it seals in lovely on the top there. I've had it set to feed 10 times a day at level 3 with these grow-ons, which has been doing absolutely spot on. Like I say, for what I wanted, absolutely cracking with the kit. So I would highly recommend one of these. Like I say, it just does what it says on the tin. Absolutely awesome. And I have played around with the feeding level on it. So like I say, it's on level 3. As my fish start to grow now, I will have to up the food, so I'll be moving it to level 4. But you know, there's plenty of scope on this to feed these fish as long as they'll be in this grow on. So yeah, very, very pleased. I am using the show rye in here, not that it matters, but those little 4mm pellets are the show rye. So yeah, recommended guys by me. So if you need a feeder for your pond or for your QT, definitely cracking little feeder. So yeah, so I'm just going to leave you with that thought, guys. There's my grow-ons already growing. So all that remains to say, guys, for now, all the best, and I'll catch you on the next one.